Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing on today? Okay, first of all, I'm super duper excited because it is release day. And guys, we are hanging out with author Sheryl Lister. She is stopping by the cafe to give us a release day exclusive, guys. Live and in color. There you have it. No reservations. Oh my goodness. It's Sheryl Lister. First of all, happy release day, my friend. You already know behind the scenes, we already been talking all of that good stuff. But today is the day. No reservation is live and in color. But before we get started and spill a little bit of tea and all that good stuff and celebrate, introduce yourself to the people, my friend.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much, Angela, for having me on today. I am what? I'm Cheryl Lister. This is book number 36. I think it is. Yeah, book 36. My
Awesome.
yes, my debut women's fiction. So if you know a little bit about me, I write romance and romantic suspense, but this is dipping my toes into the water and spreading my wings a little bit further into women's fiction. And so I'm super excited about this book.
I
Hi,
love it.
ladies.
And
I'm seeing all
Cheryl,
the
let me
love.
okay, y'all. Okay, I gotta tell y'all something. Did y'all hear what Cheryl said? Cheryl said that this is her debut women's fiction. If you have not read this book, I was like, debut who? I was like, Cheryl has hit y'all. Cheryl, this was like women's fiction at its finest. And y'all know, I mean, I love my romance, but I am a women's fiction fan. Okay. Cheryl, I just want to tell you, my girl, you did the thing. And I'm gonna spill a little bit of tea. Okay, guys, I received an arc of No
Mhm.
Reservations. I was telling everybody that I could talk to, I was like, I have a book hangover. I was like, I have a book hangover. I even told Tiff's Happy Place. She's in the comment section. She can tell you. I was like, girl, I got a book hangover. Y'all, this book literally like two chapters in, I was like, I got a book hangover. Like every day that I wasn't reading it, I was thinking about the characters. I was wondering what they doing. So if that's not a book hangover, oh my goodness. So if you guys have not read this book, hot off the press, let me just tell you, we're going to tell you how you can get a copy. And it is available in ebook, print, and audio. And I
Yes.
promise you, you will have a book hanger like your girl, Angela Anderson of Angela's Literary Tea. Okay. So
So you
Cheryl,
see me,
I
you
just
have me
wanted
over
to let
here like wanting to smile and do a happy dance over here listening to your comments. You don't even understand, you don't even know because when you dip your toes into something brand new, you're worried about how it's going to go over. So I have been like super nervous about this book release. And so all of the feedback a lot of this feedback is just y'all have just the love is just amazing and I am so grateful for it. Hi, everybody. Look, I'm seeing all the pop ups.
well, awesome. And you are so deserving, Cheryl. Like I said, look, and Tiffany spilling the tea. But I didn't share. I didn't spill it. She said she wanted to talk so bad. I did. I did. I was like, Tiffany, girl, you got to read it. I was like, Tiffany, I need to talk to somebody. I was like, this book is so good. But I will tell y'all this. My daughter got a earful. Cause let me just tell you, I was giving my daughter like play by play. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm reading this book. It doesn't come out until January 9th. I was like, but oh my goodness, this book is so good. Oh my goodness. As well. So, guys, you are in for the treat. So, Cheryl, welcome to the cafe. Welcome back to the cafe. And thank you for sharing your release day with us and giving us a release day exclusive. Okay, so Cheryl, I know you're ready to get started. Okay. And I know the people is ready to get started. And they are giving you love in the comment section. They are telling
I
you happy
know.
release day.
Thank you,
You have
thank you,
Midnight
thank you,
Ace telling you happy
everybody.
release day as well. And they have some questions, and we will definitely have Cheryl to answer some of those
Okay.
questions as well for you guys as well. So, first of all, Cheryl, I want to get started and I want to talk about because, again, as you shared with the people, this is your debut women's fiction. So,
Yes.
you've been bit by the women's fiction bug. So, would you say that women's fiction found you or you found it with this story?
I think I found it with this story. I think,
Okay.
romance is always probably my first love, but I do have a few other women's fiction, plot loinies in my background, but I didn't have the opportunity, with deadlines and writing and, loving the space I was in. And then, a few couple was, I think this book it's been a long time. I think it's like 2019 when this idea first sparked. So we used from 2009, see how long it took, and just kind of pitching it to my agent, because we always discuss, we have our little chat times where we talk about what I want to do. And I mentioned that this was what I wanted, this story to her. And she was like, oh, okay, do this, do this. So, but it took, a lot of writing and rewriting and rewriting and rewriting and rewriting to get it to where it is today. So it did feel in some ways like it was brand new, like learning to write all over again, because I'm so used to writing from the hero and heroine's perspective in all my books.
Uh-huh.
So this
Uh-huh.
was keeping the continuity by following three different people with three different lives going on, and they're intersecting with their sisterhood and friendship. So it was a thing. But I got to tell you, I have my sister authors, Elle Wright and Sheryl and Angie, Angela Seals. They always encourage me. And Leslie's always one's like, girl, this is women's fiction. Write what you're gonna write. Don't censor yourself. Let them tell you no. You just put it on the page and then let them do it back. So she really, encouraged me to just let it all hang out. So I appreciate my sisters and my tribe.
I love that. And that was one of the things that I actually enjoyed about the story is literally you get almost it's almost like you get three stories in one, because
Right.
you got a storyline for each one of the friends. And
Mm-hmm.
if you have sister friends in your life, I'm gonna tell you, you can
Yeah,
relate. I mean, they got your back from the good, the bad, the
they
ugly.
do.
Okay,
They
if they got
do.
to pull out the Vaseline, take the earrings off, they
See?
got your back. And this
Yes.
story was just amazing, and that was felt. I mean, it was heartfelt. And I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all guys. Okay, it's all the feels. She give you all the feels. You will be clutching your pearls. There may be some tears. There may be some laugh out loud moments, and then there may be some moments, like I said, where you ready to put on the Vaseline for your friends, okay? Because
Yeah.
they're your
Yeah.
friends. After
Yeah.
you start reading this book, you connect
Yeah.
with them as well. So Sheryl, again, you did the thing with this women's fiction book, and I want for the people, okay, we gonna celebrate, but I want to kind of give them a little insight as well. So, okay, I got on my little orange hat. I
All
tried to
right.
represent the cover as best as I could.
Look at you,
Tell
girl. Turn
us
it out. Turn
about
it out.
that cover.
Because the story is set in California, they wanted to capture, I guess, the vibrancy of California. So that was the
Mm,
impetus behind the cover, is when they did it. And when I saw it, I was like, okay, yes, this, 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 you know. So it was just great. I just kind of let them know kind of what I wanted a little bit, and they did it. They knocked it out of the park, I believe, because I love this cover. So that, I mean, it was just,
yes, yes.
just representing the women, on the cover, just like, yes, y'all did that. So I have no complaints.
I
No
love that. And
complaints.
look, and
Love it.
look, and Cheryl, I am like enjoying these comments. So now, y'all, I'm looking at these comments because now I
Thank
know
you,
who I can go
Veronica.
talk to. Because y'all, I was like, who can I talk to that have read the book? And so Veronica, yes, my friend, she was like, No Reservations is a great read. Awesome job, Cheryl Lister. I love that. I love that as
Thank you,
well. LaShawn,
Veronica.
yes, ma'am. She said,
Thank
yes,
you,
you feel it
LaShawn.
all. And I'm loving that. Oh my goodness, Mama Tony.
Oh,
Yes, with that
I know.
prologue. Okay. Oh my goodness. I love it. I love it. I love it. Guys, keep the love coming. Let Cheryl know what
Thank
you
you,
have
Mama
enjoyed. If you've
Tony.
read the book already, if you haven't read it and you are getting ready to read it, take a look at the comments. We are giving you all the reasons why this is a drop everything and read. Okay. Yes, it is a dear book. Okay. And we will be sharing with you how you can get your hands on a copy of it. And they're giving you cover love as well. They're telling that
Thank
they
you,
love the cover
Sharon.
as well. Now, you told us a little bit about this amazing cover. Now, no reservations, okay? And if you've
Mhm.
read the book, you kind of understand the title a little bit. But was this your original working title, or how did this title come about? No reservations.
Actually, my original title was just Reservations, because
Oh,
it played on the theme of making the reservations for the trip, but also living with reservations. But because
Mhm.
what the but the, we added the no on there,
Yes.
as my editor suggested, because you didn't want to confuse it with a foodie type story, which what it's not. Because if you think reservations, people may think it's reservations for food or restaurant or something like that. So we added no reservations on there, so you get a different feel for it, for the book versus that. But yeah, so
Yeah.
reservations always
And
was.
once you read this book too, it's almost like it's a play on words as well, that
Yes,
no reservations.
exactly.
It's kind of
Hmm.
like twofold. Um yes, yes. Look, I love this comment. Mama
Oh,
Tony, you got a winner. She said, "Oh my, Mama Tony, you just sold me on this one. I love it. I love it. I love it."
oh, thank you.
Oh my goodness. Guys, if you are just joining us, we are hanging out with award-winning author Sheryl Lister, guys. Today is the day. Live, hot off the press, no reservations is available. It's available in ebook, audio, and print, so whatever suits your fancy. And not
Yeah.
only that, guys, this is author Sheryl Lister's debut women's fiction novel. And guys, let me tell you, she hit the ground running with this amazing read. Don't just take my word for it. Look at the comment section and take their word for it as well. Again, like I said, I have a book hangover. Sheryl, we're gonna have to figure out something to get you back for tea time because we're gonna have to talk about this in detail on the tea. Okay, we're
Yes,
gonna have to
we
get
can
some
do
tea.
that later
I
after
love that. I
everybody's
love that.
read it and
Now,
whatnot. Give people
yeah,
some
yes,
time to
yes.
read,
After
and
it's
then
been
we'll
out a
come back and
while,
discuss it.
after a
Yes,
couple of months, we're gonna have to get
yeah,
you to come back for tea time.
exactly.
Now, Sheryl, can you share this with us? Oh, and guys, I'm gonna try to get a little tea today, but can you share this with us? Again, this is your debut women's fiction author, women's fiction novel, or what have you.
Hmm.
But one thing, guys, if you know anything about Sheryl Lister, she's gonna give you good friendship. She's gonna give you some good food. She's gonna give you some good music. So I love that because
Every time,
that your signature was there.
every
And then
time.
not only that, guys, well, she give you a little romance, okay? And you
Yeah,
get a little swoon, Sheryl. You know I love my
yeah.
swoon. Oh my goodness, girl, I love my swoon. I had some swoon-worthy moments in there as well.
Oh,
But tell us a little bit about that. That even though this was women's fiction, that you had
mhm,
your signature Sheryl Lister that you inputted in there for those that follow you and have read your
mhm.
work, that we definitely could see those staples or what have you. And then again, like I said, even though it's women's fiction, you did give us a little swoon, a little romance. Tell us about that.
Yeah. Well, I think, like I said, I think romance, because romance has always been my first love, that it finds its way into, a lot of the stories. But then if you think about it, as we are journeying through life, romance is a part of that some of the time. So it's just a natural
Mhm.
progression that would find its way into the story. And, and it was a perfect, nice little romance, because I love me some Warren, okay, because he was a good man.
Yes.
He was.
Book Bay
He
goes for real.
was.
Okay.
He
And guys,
was.
let
He
me tell you,
was.
Warren was the man. Warren brought the swoon. I mean, there are different scenes in there, guys. Again, I want you guys to go read it. There are
Mhm.
different scenes where you was like, yes, like I mean, you was totally rooting for Rochelle and Warren, and he was
Mhm.
just like the perfect gentleman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I
Mhm.
really enjoyed that as well. And Brenda said, "We with you, Brenda." Brenda said Warren
Where is
was
he
the
was?
man.
The
Yes, he
man.
was.
He
Yes,
really
he
was. He
was.
was. But
Yeah, Mama Tony, I
another
definitely
unhung.
agree. Mama Tony said
He
he had the
was.
patience of Job.
He
Oh, go
did.
ahead.
He did. But another unsung hero in the book is Joe, Yvette's husband, because you notice
Yes,
that he subtly just sort of helped. He was still doing what his wife had wanted behind the scenes throughout, So he's
yes,
that big
yes.
brother, got his sister girls, taking over his wife. So it was, yeah, yes, he really was who Rochelle needed,
I
and like
love
she
that. And
said, he
guys,
was very
we gonna get
patient.
into some of the characters. We gonna get into some of the characters. Yes, I love that, guys. If you are just joining us, we are hanging out with award-winning author Sheryl Lister. Guys, we are celebrating with her. This is her debut, a women's fiction novel, No Reservations. And guys, you are in for a treat. Okay, and we will definitely be sharing with you how you can get your hands on a copy of this book. And guys, let me just tell you, you will want to start it today. And as soon as you start it, you're not going to want to put it down. Like, you are not going to want to put it down. I literally, I'm telling you, anytime I wasn't reading this book, I was thinking about the characters, wondering what they was doing. I mean, full out, I was probably like 2 chapters in, and I was like, I feel the book hangover coming on. I was like, I'm missing these characters too much. I need more. I need more. So Cheryl, oh my
That
goodness.
is like the
So
best
let's talk about
compliment
the characters a
ever.
little bit. You just mentioned those. Look,
That
y'all,
is
and
the
I'll
best
spill a little
compliment.
bit of tea. Okay. I was so excited. Like, I had a conversation with Cheryl before the show,
Yes.
before today. I was like,
Yes.
Cheryl, I got to get it out. I got to tell you how good this book is. I mean, she wrote it, but I just had to express myself. Like, Cheryl, this right here.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
So between Cheryl and talking with Tiffany and anybody else that I could talk to, I was like, look, you no reservations? Okay, let me just tell you, you got a couple of more days before you will have this book as well. Um,
Yes.
and let's see, I like that comment that Midnight said too. She said you did have some special men in this one. And
Yes.
speaking on that,
Yes.
and going into the characters for
Mhm.
this one, Cheryl, and you told us that you kind of started working on it like back in 2019. But
Mhm.
what came first for you? Was it the characters or was it the plot?
I think they're kind of intertwined with here. It was the character I think it was the
Oh,
characters along with their lives. You know, the video, I guess for me it was like a movie reel of
okay.
their lives in my head. So it kind of came, they kind of I think this time they kind of
Oh,
came together. They came together because I already knew that there would be these three women, well, these four women, and that the fourth one there will be something going on with that fourth friend, you know. So it was, I think it was
wow.
probably, about the same time. The characters might have had like a little edge, but I kind the plot was like right behind it of what I wanted to do with them.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing that with us as well. And we're going to talk a little bit about some of the characters. But one thing that I noticed, yes, author L. Wright, yes, she did her
Yes, and
thing
I
with
did,
this
and you
book.
know, I already sang your
Absolutely.
praises, sis, for helping
Absolutely.
a sister going out there and do it. Thank you, Vanessa.
Yes, yes. Hey, Vanessa, thank you so much for joining us. And guys, let me just tell you, Cheryl, okay, if you don't want to take our word for it, Cheryl had like some replica authors, like for real, to kind of like get behind this book. I mean, from Vanessa
Yeah,
Riley to Farrah Rashawn. I mean, just some amazing people
yeah,
talking about how
yeah.
good this book is, as well. Now, Cheryl, one of the things that I noticed that, of course, guys, if you read the blurb, so this is not a spoiler, or what have you, but one of the friends, Yvette, and y'all,
Hmm.
Mama Tony talks about she was crying in a prologue,
Yeah,
or what
yeah.
have you. But one of the friends, Yvette, she loses her battle to cancer and she passes away. But
Hmm.
she leaves them with instructions. Okay, she
She
leaves them with
does.
instructions and all of
She
this
does.
good stuff. But Cheryl, I love the way that even though Yvette had passed away, she was
Hmm.
still a factor and a character in the story and throughout the
Right.
story where her presence was felt, as well. I love that. Tell
You
us a
know,
little bit about that journey
that
and
is so
keeping
great.
her
Like mission
alive and
accomplished.
intertwined with
Mission
the lady.
accomplished. Because I wanted her to
I didn't know
still
that. We
be,
hadn't talked about
yes,
that.
yes. I wanted the readers to be able to still feel her spirit and feel her as though she was still there throughout the whole story. And you're saying that you felt her there, and so that's like, yes, yes, mission accomplished. Because I wanted her to be there because
Oh, I
she was
love it.
like,
I
well,
love
they
it.
all called
Look,
her the
I'm so
old
excited.
soul. They called her the old soul, and she had the old soul of the three women. And so just
Uh-huh.
her being there. But then, Joe, she had Joe to kind of help her out, and she, left little tidbits and things like that. But I wanted her to still be felt through that she was still a part of their lives, even though she wasn't there physically, that her spirit still lingered in that friendship and still tied it to, and still was a contributor
Yes.
to that sisterhood.
Yes, I love that. I love that. And see, guys, I told you.
Yes.
See what L. Wright said. Leslie L. Wright said she needed tissues right off the bat, but Yvette was determined to ensure her sisters was happy, healthy, and whole. Yes, that is so
Yes, that
true.
is
That
exactly it.
is
That is it.
so true, as well. And again, you're getting more love. LaShawn said, yes, you did feel her throughout the
Yeah.
story, as well. So, guys, if you just joining us, we're hanging out with Cheryl Lister, talking about her latest release came out today. It is hot off the press, no reservations. And I promise you, we will definitely be sharing with you how you can get your hands on a copy of this amazing story. Guys, it is women's fiction. She did sprinkle in a little romance. You do get a
Of
little
course, gotta
swoon
have some
in
romance.
there,
Gotta
all of
have
that
some.
good stuff as well. As I stated before, it's definitely all the feels with this particular story.
Mm,
Now, Cheryl, you talked a little bit about Warren and we talked just a little bit about Joe, but I
mm-hmm.
also like how you had children and teenagers in this particular
Yes.
story with Tamiko.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, she was so sweet. My heart
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
her and then with Haley and Ebony and Ian. What was that like to incorporate children as well as teenagers? Because they teenagers are on a whole nother, level.
Listen. Yes, been there, done that. So happy to be through it. Yes, it's over. But I think children always bring a whole different quality to a story. Because of their, like you say, when they're younger, the
Mhm.
innocence that they bring, and they're very candid because if they just say what they see. If thinking about Tamiko, her observations with Jeffrey, how she was like, like
Mhm.
maybe he needs some cookies too, because
Mhm.
so
Mhm.
remember when they were making cookies to make him feel better. So they're very they're very observative. But then you have teenagers too who are very candid and they just ask the questions, but then they also try you and they, that kind of thing. So it's like, navigating that world of single motherhood, with a teenager who's just like wants to wear makeup like the other kids. And she's like, okay, I'm not other kids' mama. So no, you're not. 16 is it. That's it. That's all you got. And then just, and then part of her character, like I said, I always tease because, I had 3 teenage daughters. So I know how this works. So I got a chance to, incorporate a little bit of personalities of, my girls into Haley a little bit for the teenage parts.
Yes, I love that. Yes, and Leslie L. Wright, I totally agree with you. I
Mm,
totally love the supporting characters as well. And Ruby said that children that they add another dimension or a different
they
dimension to the
do.
story. They
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 do.
do. They
They do.
absolutely do. Guys, if you are joining us, oh,
I know he had issues, girl. He
Leslie,
had
look,
issues. He
Leslie.
got issues, but
At
he got
one
worked
point,
out.
I was side eyeing Jeff, but he stepped
Yes,
up.
he did. He did. He
And
did.
one
He,
time
you
I
know
was
what?
giving Jeff the side eye, but Jeff pulled through. Okay, all I'm gonna
Yeah.
say is the funeral, and we're gonna leave it as that. Jeff
Okay.
Jeff Jeff stood up. Okay, when the time was right.
Yeah.
Look, and
Yeah.
then
But
I was
he
team
had
Jeff
his
because at
own
first I was
issues.
like, Jeff, look,
He did. But see, and then I cleared up. He had issues though. See, he did have issues. Yes, I know. I
look,
know, Mama
Cheryl, Mama
Tony.
Tony said she
I
slapped
know.
Jeff several
I
times.
know. I know. But even though he was struggling and he was being sort of a butthead, even through all those times, even you
Mhm.
could still tell that he still cared. He still loved her. And,
Yes,
because like the night
yes.
when she
Look,
brought
look,
Tamiko,
when it counted
rushed
and
over
when
to
it
help her get the
mattered.
groceries, to help to get the groceries. You saw the glimpses here and there. He was still acting like a butthead, but yeah, I know. And I
Yes,
know Mama Tony.
yes,
I know Mama
yes.
Tony. But
Yes. Oh my
we're gonna leave
guys,
Robert. We're
let
gonna
me
leave
just tell
Robert out of the
you.
whole conversation though. We'll leave Robert out of the conversation for
We,
today. We're just gonna leave Robert out. Okay, okay. We're just
look,
gonna
look,
agree
Cheryl, he
to
shall
leave
not be
Robert out.
mentioned right now.
Exactly. But we will mention
I love it. I love
Joy
it, guys.
because she
Yes, yes. And guys, the friends, you have Joy and you have Diane and you have Rochelle. Oh my
Hmm.
goodness, guys. The sisterhood of these sister
Yeah.
friends was just amazing, Cheryl. And thank you for writing that. And if you have good friends in your life, guys, let me just tell you, you can feel the love and the
Yeah.
way that they had each other back in this particular story, too. And Cheryl, can you speak a little bit on that? And then after that, I'm going to allow you to set the scene and share with us what you're going to read for us today. So tell us a little bit about
Okay.
what it was like for you to write their friendship and their sisterhood.
It was fun to write because I have some friends like that too. My sisters that I can, call, we cry on the phone, we'll lay on each other's lap, be crying. We, done life, we've done those whole getaway for the weekend kind of things. And, and then, and even though we don't see each other because we've all moved away from each other, that when we get together, it's like that we have never been apart. We've never been apart. And we
Yes.
have those crazy times. We could talk about anything. The support is there, be like, girl, okay, listen, listen, listen. And like one of them, she just got remarried again. And I made that flight over there so I could be there for that wedding. And it
Yeah.
was amazing with my other friends. So the three of us, we were there early with her getting, but in the back when she was getting her makeup on, and we were having, wine and laughter, and it was wonderful. So it was just pulling from my own experiences and knowing that this is so important. It is so critical to have your sisterhood, because it's like, we have our biological families, but found family and sister friends, that it's priceless. You can't even put a price on that if you have some good, a good friends. Now you ain't got to have a huge circle, but you have your intimate circle, and it is amazing. Yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
All right.
And
So
and Cheryl, I love also, with the sister friends, their dialogue. I mean, whether they was texting each other, whether they were in person, it was again, the banter, I mean, all of
yeah.
that good stuff was just hilarious.
Hmm.
I'll spill a little bit of tea, guys. Let me just say there is well, it was supposed to be a exercise class, okay?
Oh my God, that was so, yeah.
And when they got
Yeah.
there, it was an exercise class, but,
It was like, this
I'll
is
just let y'all
not
read to find out
the
what
class.
type of class it was. But Cheryl, the way that you even wrote that, because with your sister friends, you can kind of let your hair down and you would try stuff. I was like,
Right.
I might even try one of those kind of classes with my
You,
sister
you,
girls.
but you know what? And it's funny. The reason I thought about that type of class is because where I get my hairdresser, there was a young girl in there who, like, she does braiding. So whenever I get my hair braided, she used to braid my hair, and she teaches that kind of class here. And so she was telling me
Oh,
about, so it was
okay.
her helping me, and she was telling me about it and everything like she did. And she said, "Here, just we're on Instagram, follow us so you can see what we do." And I'm like, "Okay." I said, "Girl, I'm gonna follow it just so I can put it in the book. I'm not gonna come there and do that though." But so I put it in the book, but I'm not doing it.
Cheryl, you did an amazing job. I mean, that scene was so fun to read, and you can literally like, feel the love and the joy of them in doing it together because they were
Yeah,
friends,
because
like,
they were,
like by
whew,
themselves and like, I ain't going to
yeah,
this class, but to go with their
exactly.
friends, or
Right.
what have you. Yes, LaShawna was talking about their shopping trips. Yes,
Oh
their
my
shopping
gosh,
trips
yeah,
were
with the
funny,
trip, the trip on the
as
shoes, strutting with the shoes, LaShawn, huh?
Oh my goodness. I love it. I love it. Well, Cheryl, I know that they are on the edge of their seats, my friend. They are ready for just a short snippet. I'm going to allow you, my friend, to set the stage, set the tone, prep us, let us know, and then you can start your read.
So how about I just take you from the beginning and let you go ahead and
Okay.
get your tissues out. Don't go and get your
Okay.
tissues ready.
Go get the tissues.
That's what we're gonna do. So everybody ready? You got your tissue? We good? We
Okay.
ready?
Y'all
We
ready?
ready?
Okay.
All right.
Okay. We ready.
Okay. Yvette Stevens wished she could be having this conversation from the comfort of her home, but life had other plans. A wave of pain hit as she tried to adjust herself. Her husband rushed over to help, and she gave him a grateful smile. Joseph had been her rock since high school, and she loved him with every beat of her heart. I'm good, babe, she said with a small smile. How she wished they had more time. Yvette stared at the three women surrounding her hospital bed with tears in their eyes. Best friends since the age 8, they had laughed, cried, and seen each other through every challenge life threw their way. No crying aloud, or at least save it until I've had my say. They smiled at her. I just wanted to tell you how much your friendship has meant to me all these years. You've been the best sisters of the heart a girl could have. She reached for Joy's hand. Joy, your mama named you right because you've been that and more to me. You've sacrificed your dreams long enough, sis. It's time for you to start that business because every woman needs a place of respite. Joy laughed through her tears and gave Yvette's hand a gentle squeeze. I know, and I promise. Yvette shifted her gaze to her second friend. Diane, you've been the best godmother to Ebony and Ian. All three of you have. And I know you'll be an even better mother. Jeff will come around. Just keep working on him. Diane's pained gaze met Yvette's. I am working on him. One way or another, she added with a wry smile. Rochelle, Yvette started. Before she could continue, Rochelle lifted her hand. I already know what you're going to say. Joy laughed. Probably the same thing we've all been saying. Yvette chuckled and moaned in pain. Don't make me laugh. Shell, girl, I know your sorry ex was enough to make a woman stay single for the rest of this life and the next. But you're a beautiful woman and you can't do that. Warren is a good man and he really likes you. Rochelle raised an eyebrow. How do you know? I asked. What did you think? Let him in, sis. He can love you like you deserve to be loved. She grasped Rochelle's hand. I'll see. Yvette gave her a look. Hey, it's the best I could do. Joy and Di, make sure she doesn't mess it up. We will, they chorused. Watch out for Joe and my babies, okay? And if he finds somebody else, be nice to her. She smiled at Joe. Well, unless she's a gold digging heifer. Oh, one more thing. We never got around to taking that trip back to Jamaica. Don't put it off any longer. Make those reservations and take that trip. Joe hid her smile, bent to kiss her softly, and stroked her brow. That's enough, baby. You've given a bellyful of advice tonight. Staring up into his eyes, she felt his pain as surely as the pain coursing through her own body. I know. I just want my girls to enjoy their lives and live to the fullest like we talked about while growing up. And we promised we'd go back. I need y'all to take that trip, sisters, she said once more. They'll be fine. We all will. Yvette didn't believe him for a minute. Her eyes drifted shut. Lord, she was so tired. And that's it.
Okay, y'all, we're not gonna cry. We're not gonna cry live, okay? That is the prologue. Oh my goodness, guys, that is the
Yes.
prologue. That is how it starts. As Sheryl, she hit you with a headliner. That's what you get. And let me just tell you guys, it is just page turner, page turner, page turner after that until you get to the end of this amazing, amazing story. And again, Sheryl, a happy
Mm.
release day. As you can see, my friend,
Thank you,
we
thank you,
are
thank you,
so
thank
happy
you.
for you. We are celebrating with you today. I'm like, woo,
I know, right? Right. It's like, you know what?
oh
Just
my
might as well
goodness,
hit you
I love
right
it.
at the beginning, right?
Yes. Yes. Well, at least she hits us with it right at the beginning, guys. Okay. She hit us with it right
Yeah,
right
exactly,
at the
exactly.
beginning. If that didn't okay, let's not say if that didn't get you as well. So guys, again, we would definitely be sharing with you how you can get your hands on a copy of this amazing story. And Sheryl, like I said, I'm looking at all the comments. I was like, man, I got a whole bunch of people I can talk to.
See, now you could talk. You could talk to everybody. There's a
Oh
lot
Lord.
of folks
Okay,
you can
see,
talk to.
see, see, Cheryl, I love it. See, Sharon knows the
She said,
assignment. Sharon is doing the deer. Okay, Sharon is doing a drop everything and read. She's dropping her
oh,
current read and
Sharon, I
she's
love
sticking
you,
a no
girl. You
reservation.
know that.
Then that's what a drop everything and read is. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it, guys. All right, guys. Of course, y'all know we gotta play a round of this or that with Cheryl.
Uh-oh.
And in this one, Cheryl, we're gonna mix a little bit of the new year and we're gonna mix a little bit of the theme of the book of
Okay.
traveling as well. Are you ready, my friend?
Probably
All
ready as
right,
I'm gonna
first
get.
up, Cheryl Lister, day one or one day? Day one or one day?
Day one.
Okay. Reflect back or look forward? Reflect back or look forward?
Look forward.
Okay. Happy ever after or happy for now?
Happy ever after. I want it all.
Okay. Okay. All right. Cheryl, phone call or text, my friend? Phone call or text?
Ooh. See, ooh, that's a hard one because I'm old. So I'm old school. So I will pick up the phone and call people, but I am not above texting folks these days. When I've
Okay,
talked too much, it's like, okay, a text is it. So I don't know. I'm a twofold for this one.
you a little both. You a little both.
Yes,
Okay,
I
no problem.
am
No problem.
really.
Okay, next one. Okay, Cheryl, this is the fun one. Are we traveling with friends? Or are we traveling alone?
Ooh, you know what? If they my sister friends, we traveling together. That's like big trouble right there. It's like,
I
ooh,
love that.
big fun.
Okay, okay. I love it. Thank you so much, Cheryl, for playing a round of this or
Thank
that with
you.
us here on the cafe. Guys, the moment that you've been waiting for, there is a giveaway. And I'm going
Mhm.
to allow Cheryl Lister to share with you what the giveaway is. Y'all know Cheryl be doing she do it special for the cafe, okay? So Cheryl's gonna share with us what her amazing giveaway is going to be today.
Well, actually, because I have like so many different things that I want to do that I'm just gonna make it into like a book lover's little mini box. A book lover's mini box. So you'll get a couple of
Okay,
little book
I love
a,
it. Did y'all
a
hear that
couple of
here
cute
at the
bookish
cafe?
gifts.
I love that. I love that. So you're gonna get a book box from author Sheryl Lister
Mhm.
on today. Of course, if you have been commenting, you are in the running for this amazing gift. Cheryl, my friend, is going to help me out. We are getting ready to go up and down the comment section. She's gonna tell me when to stop,
Okay.
and that person will be the winner of the mini book box. Okay, Cheryl, I'm ready.
All right.
Okay,
Stop.
okay.
Okay,
Jennifer
stop.
Copeland, it's your day, girl. You are the winner of the mini
Ah!
book box from Cheryl Lister. I love it.
Congrats,
I love it. I love it. Jennifer, if
Jennifer.
you will inbox me your information, I will get that over to Cheryl Lister. Congratulations and thank you so much for joining
Congrats,
us
sis.
on today. Yes, I love it. I love it. And next up, I know y'all ready. Y'all ready to know how you can get your hands on this a copy of this amazing story. And I wanted to let you guys know that one of the places that one of our sponsors, our Riches in Reading indie bookstore, you can definitely get it from there. I will be putting a link in the comment that's directly to Riches in Reading. You can order it from there. Of course, support your indie bookstores as well.
Right.
And then I'm going to
So if
let
you are, I
Cheryl
have
let you
one
know where.
too. Look, I have one too.
Okay.
I have an indie bookstore
Okay.
that's here in Sacramento for me, and it's Underground Books here. And I
Okay.
will drop that in the comment, the information for that in the comments as well.
Okay, perfect. So you have Riches in Reading and you have Underground Books. That's right there in Sacramento, California. Shout
Yes.
out to
And if you
them.
in Sac with
They
me,
have
are you in
copies of No
Sacramento? If you're in
Reservations.
Sacramento, in and out of Sacramento, come hang out with me on Friday evening at 6 o'clock at Underground Books. So we'll be partying and celebrating this release.
I
So
love it. See, Cheryl, you making some of us just want to catch a flight. You making
listen.
us want to catch a flight. Can we
Oh,
come
because
to
you know what?
Sacramento?
And
I
I
love
and
it.
I'm
I
gonna
love it.
say
I
there
love
may
it.
or may not be
I
brownies
love it.
there. There may be brownie. There may or may not be brownies on Friday night. So I'm just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
And y'all already know about Cheryl List of brownies, okay? Y'all already know about them brownies. I love that. I love that. Cheryl, where else outside the indie bookstores, where else can they get their hands on a copy of No Reservations?
You can get it at any of your favorite retailers from Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, Kobo, iBooks. I mean, Google Play. It's everywhere. So wherever you want to shop, you can find it.
I love it. There you have it, guys. Wherever books are sold. And again, like I said, I love when books are in multiple formats. You got it in audio, ebook, and print. So
Yeah.
whatever suits your fancy, you can get a copy of this book. And of course, make sure, guys, that you leave a review. I know that author Cheryl Lister will be
Please,
so
please, please leave
appreciative
one.
of that
I
as
will be.
well. So I love it. I love it. I love it. And guys, let me just tell you, after you read it, when you're reading it, during the time you're reading it, you're gonna want to talk to somebody. So look in the comment section of all these people who have read it, because if you just need to inbox them and just have a conversation, okay, just have a conversation, because we don't want to spoil it for everybody else. Because we want them to get the good goods, okay? So we can talk
Exactly.
among ourselves about the goodness of this book. And of course, guys, don't forget to like, tag, and share. Tell a friend to tell a friend about No Reservations. If you see it out in the wild, definitely take a picture, post it, tag author Cheryl Lister, all all of
Yes,
that good stuff
please
as well.
do.
And let's get the community talking about no reservations. I love that. I love that. Now,
Yeah.
Cheryl, of course, my friend, you have to share with us, how can we stay connected with you?
Well, you can find me look, you can find me everywhere and almost pretty much. You can come to my website, which is www.sheryllister.com, or you can find me on Instagram at Sheryl Lister, Facebook, author Sheryl Lister, and every blue moon I will pop over there on Twitter X, whatever you want to call it, and it's Sheryl Lister. So
I
that's it's
love
Sheryl
that. I
Lister
love that.
everywhere. So just Sheryl Lister everywhere. Thanks, Rhonda.
I love that. I love that. And guys, let me just tell you before Cheryl ends on tonight, and I'm going to allow her to share with us her last words. But in addition to her last words, Cheryl, can you share with us, my friend, what did you enjoy about writing your debut women's fiction, No Reservations?
I think, oh gosh, I loved everything about it. I did, like I said, it was a struggle and a labor of love because it was so different for what I typically write. But once I found my footing, I enjoy being able to just tell these stories and to be able to tell them in a way for me that felt authentic. The fun that happens in there, and then just being able to share all the lives, trials, tribulations, and then triumphs as well. So it is like, yes, Yvette does pass away, but this is not a gloomy story. It's a story of hope and redemption. Just, can you get out there, take a risk to follow your dreams? Because that was a risk for me. I took one to be able to do this. So if I can take this risk, we all can take this risk to get out there to follow our dreams and make them happen. So like I said, day one instead of one day.
I love that. I love that. Look, and Mama Tony trying to get a little bit of tea, and I know the people at the cafe, they kind of want a little bit of tea too. Is there a sequel? Maybe Joe finding love again. I mean, can you
Oh,
spill a little bit of tea? Do we have to wait and
um,
see? Thank you,
yeah,
Mama Tony. See, Mama
there won't
Tony
be a
trying to help me
sequel.
get the tea.
I know. I'm sorry, Mama Tony. There at this point, there's not going to be a sequel to this book. Is literally a standalone. So if I should happen to write those stories, which I'll have to check with the publisher to see the parameters or whatever, it could be maybe a short novella somewhere, sidebar down the road that Joe might get a story, because it would be cool for him to find somebody else, and then you can get an update on these other ladies and see what happened with them too, huh? But yes, as of now, it's a no.
I
There's no
love that.
sequel. This is
I
a
love
one-off,
that.
y'all.
Well, Cheryl, again, thank you so much for celebrating with us and hanging out with
Oh,
us at the cafe for a
listen,
release day exclusive.
look,
Thank you
thank
for spilling
you for
tea and thank you for
inviting
talking
me.
about the characters, all of that good stuff.
I
It has been
appreciate you inviting me
amazing
here.
hanging out with you on today.
Yeah,
And
at
Cheryl, I
ditto,
want for
ditto.
you to have the last word of what you want to say to the people tonight.
I guess first I just want to say thank you. Thank you for writing and taking this journey with me from the beginning to now. It's been what, 9.5 years. This year upcoming will be 10 years of me being published author. And I could not have done this without the support of the readers like you. So I appreciate you. And I always like to say my favorite phrase, I'm thankful, grateful, and immeasurably blessed. Appreciate you. And I thank you, Angela, for always supporting and having me on here to spill a little tea.
I love that. I love that. Well, again, thank you, Cheryl Lister. Guys, I thank all of you for tuning in on tonight and helping to celebrate with author Cheryl Lister on today for her debut, a women's fiction novel,
Yes.
No
Thank you
Reservations.
for hanging
Guys, let me
out.
tell you, be like Sharon, okay? Go ahead and do a drop everything and read and go get you a copy of this amazing story, ebook, audio, or print, all of that good stuff. And look, and tell a friend to tell a friend. Don't forget to do that
Exactly.
as well. It
Yes.
has been
Spread the bread.
amazing. Of course,
Spread love.
make sure that you are following. Yes. Make sure that you are following Cheryl Lister, guys. You can go to her website. You can sign up for her newsletter. You can follow her on social
Mhm.
media, all of that good stuff as well. And of course, you can follow me here. You can follow me on Facebook, Angela Anderson Presents. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Angela Anderson, as well, for literary cafes as well as literary tea events, all of that good stuff as well. Guys, it has been amazing hanging out with you, and you already know what we're going to say. Have an amazing day because we're having an amazing day. And until next time, we'll see you later. Don't forget, go get a copy of No Reservations. See you next time. Bye bye.